What I want to talk to you about is my new discovery. You never heard me talk about jerky because I'm not a fan of jerky actually. I worked with processed meats for the past 25, 30 years just before my retirement, and I know how some companies make them, and I'm just not, I'm just not, I don't. How can I put it bluntly, but in a nice way? Okay, I don't like to eat tasty shoes, soles. You wanna, you want me to call them like soles? Most of the jerky out there, it's hard to chew, and maybe it's supposed to be like that. I have no idea. However, I've discovered a jerky from a couple of guys who were actually in the Dragon's Den. I don't know how long ago, and they won. They won that $150,000. I went out and I got some. I ordered actually. Took 48 hours. Got to my house. Price point, I would say, dollar for dollar, you're by far better off buying this stuff than anything off the shelf in a store. How does it compare to the competitions? This one here, it's a full muscle. It's not a piece of meat that they take and they emulsify or they chop up, they shape into a form, put it in an oven, cook it, and then they, dehydrate it or whatever it is. This is a full piece of muscle. There's no sinew, there's no silver skin. It's straight cut Canadian beef. The other differences between this package and the ones that you get off the shelf life on the best before date on these products does not last as long as the ones that you can find at the big retail outlets. Ones at the retail outlets, I think the best before date is up to maybe 3-4 months, or maybe even more than that. This one here, it's about 30 days, 35 days, maybe a little bit longer, and once you open the package, it's recommended that you refrigerate it. I'm going to give Aya her jerky, because not that she doesn't love the one I'm going to have, okay? But hey, the last time I gave her a little bit of their jerky, it was a total mess. So I'm going to stick to dog jerky for Aya, and for myself, I'm going to spoil myself with some BKH, okay? Now, this is the package that weighs in at a half a pound, okay? They're young guys. It's been a business that has been run by their parents like in the past, and they've been around for about 25, maybe even longer than I think he told me 40 years, 25 to 40 years. So these guys know what the hell they're talking about, okay? And I got to tell you, it is delicious. Does not compare to anything you get out there, okay? So let me give her the bone. Are ya? Okay, good girl. And let me rip into this package here. And like I said, I honestly fell in love. Okay, I honestly fell in love with this stuff. It's sweet, salty, savory, chewy, tender, sticky, all the good things, you know what I'm saying? And like the guy who introduced me to this told me, he goes, Andy, you have one piece of this stuff, I'm telling you, you're going to get hooked. You're going to be just like a junkie. You're going to be a BKH jerky junkie. And he was right. Okay? You see what I mean? This is a full piece of muscle. It's a sliced muscle. It's not an emulsification that's formed into the shape of whatever they want it to look like. Okay? Top shelf meat. It's a little, no, that's not for you. Last time you got sick. Okay? Top shelf product. It's a little oily. Smells delicious. No, eat your bone. Leave people alone. Oh my God, this thing is so good. Oh my God. I'm sorry if I'm being a pig. You don't want to swallow this thing. You want to keep it in your mouth and continue to chew it and play with it in your palate. Heaven. Screw that, I ain't gonna talk anymore. So good. Oh my God. People, you gotta look these guys up and you gotta try them out. Give them a chance. Have I lied to you before? This is the best jerky, if you want to call it that. You know what it reminds me of? You know when you go to these Oriental restaurants and you get these kebabs of, I think they use flank steak and they cut it thin and they weave it through a skewer and then they barbecue it and slap some of that sticky, yummy, full of goodness sauce on it, and then they put it back on the fire and it creates kind of a crust, a burnt crust. Well, this is what this one here tastes like. It's amazing. It's meat, guys. Look, it's meat. It's not a hot dog. It's not. What can I tell you? Stuff is good. Holy shit! This thing is so good. I swear to God, Aya is not even touching her bone. Look. She hasn't touched it. I fed her this stuff the other day, and she thinks she's getting another piece. Well, you're not. This is what you're gonna eat. I ain't gonna be cleaning up dog crap all over the place. Here, eat your bone. Here. Now it smells like BKH jerky. Here, eat it, Muddy. Delicious. I knew I was going to have a hard time making this review. Can't stop eating it. And you know, not for anything. Personally, I'm not allowed to eat this stuff. I'm a diabetic, you know? But who cares? You know what? I'm going to stop talking. Just, you know. So, yeah. They make different formats. I believe they make smaller formats. And they have all kinds of stuff on their site. I mean, look at the slabs. Look at the slabs, guys. This is crazy, man. You see? I mean, it just kind of, I'm not going to say it melts in your mouth. Man, I'm my happy camper. If you want to do a comparison, I'll have to say that this one here is the other big house out there. I think it's Jack Links, or I don't know what they're called. And with all due respect, they have a good product also. But if you want to compare this to the other big houses out there that make jerky, it'd be like comparing a steak that you would get the corner diner, okay? That they advertise on their daily menu, and the steak that you're going to get either at Caesar's out west or at Moishi's here in Montreal. And this stuff is good. And I want to show you something. I want to bring this piece really, really up close to the camera. Rest. Okay, guys, so take a look at this. You see this? Check it out. Can you see it? Let me see if I can bring this into focus here. No. Can you see that? Look, you can see the meat. It's all muscle. It's a full piece of muscle. No emulsion. When you're eating those other brands out there, and when you get that taste, that beefy taste in your mouth. For those of you who don't know, don't think it's a plus. When you taste a piece of beef and it has that beefy taste, it probably comes from a cow, not a steer. There's a very big difference. Cows were bred to make babies, and steers were bred and castrated for consumption. There's a big difference, guys. So next time you have a steak or you have jerky and you get that real beefy, that pronounced beefy smell, taste in your mouth, chances are you're eating cow. Because look, they don't throw them away. They have to sell them. I might not be the perfect reviewer when it comes to knives or whatever else, but when it comes to scoff, when it comes to food, my whole family's been in the food service industry all their life. I'm 60, and I was thrown washing plates when I was like 11 years old. So I know my food. I'm a good critic. I know what I'm talking about. And I guarantee you, you will not go wrong by buying this jerky. And again, I don't work for these guys. I don't get commission. I don't get any of that. I'm telling you this from the heart. So I want to thank you guys for putting out a piece of meat of this caliber. I gotta say, top shelf. You know, you got me hooked for life. I've become a jerky junkie. So thanks again. Thanks for being here at Boreal Bushcraft Canada, everyone. I'll see you guys all in the next vid. So long for now. Oh yeah, let's get going. Gotta go home. Mom's birthday today. Gotta go buy her a cake.